Welcome to The Explainer. We're here to break down the big ideas shaping our world, and today's topic is a huge one: data sovereignty.
So let me ask you a question. In this digital world we all live in, who's actually making money from your data? It's a simple question, right? But the answer is pretty complicated. Today, we're diving into a project that wants to completely flip that script, giving the power, and yeah, the profit, back to you.
For years, we've all been living inside what people call a walled garden. Big tech platforms gathered up our data, they lock it away, and then they use it to make a fortune. What we're talking about here is the story of a massive shift, a move from that world to one where you're in the driver's seat. Your data, your rules. Simple as that.
So, to really get this, let's start with the core problem. What's the fundamental issue that a project like Jasmy is even trying to solve in the first place?
It's really two big problems rolled into one. First off, we've kind of lost control of our personal information, haven't we? Our photos, where we go, our health data, it's all out there. And second, the super powerful AI tools that are being built using all that data, well, they're being controlled by just a handful of massive companies.
Okay, so now let's look at the first layer of the solution. This is the foundation designed to tackle that first problem: data ownership, head-on.
At the very heart of Jasmy's solution is something called the Personal Data Locker, or PDL. The easiest way to think about it is like a digital Fort Knox just for your information. And you, and only you, hold the key. Now, the really clever part is that your actual data isn't stored on the blockchain itself. That would be way too slow and expensive. Instead, the blockchain just acts as this public, unchangeable record that proves, without a doubt, that you are the owner.
So how does this actually work? Well, it's a pretty slick four-step process. First, your data gets encrypted right there on your device. Second, it's uploaded to a decentralized storage network called IPFS. Third, a unique digital fingerprint of that data, they call it a hash, gets recorded on the blockchain. And finally, you use the blockchain to decide who gets access and who doesn't. You're the gatekeeper.
Now, the PDL is the star of the show, but it doesn't work alone. It's part of a whole ecosystem. The Jasmy token itself, it's built on Ethereum, which means it gets all that world-class security baked right in. The PDL is your vault. Then you've got the Secure Knowledge Communicator, or SKC, which basically acts like your digital passport, managing who gets in. And finally, there's the Smart Guardian, or SG. This is a really clever bit of tech that secures data coming straight from your smart devices, your watch, your car, right at the source. So here's the crucial point. Owning your data is great, absolutely, but it's not enough. To make it truly valuable, you need some kind of high-performance engine to actually use it for things like training powerful AI models, and to do that without ever having to give up ownership.
And that high-performance engine? It's called Janction. So let's check out how it builds on top of Jasmy's secure foundation to unlock the real power of your data.
I love this slide because it just makes the relationship so clear. Jasmy is the Layer 1 foundation. It's built on Ethereum for maximum, rock-solid security. It's the bedrock of the city. Janction is the Layer 2 built for pure speed and efficiency. Think of it like a network of high-speed monorails flying around on top of that bedrock, designed specifically for AI and heavy-duty computing. And this is a total game changer. Right now, one of the biggest bottlenecks in AI is just getting access to enough computing power from GPUs. Janction tackles this head-on by creating a decentralized marketplace. So now anyone, from a huge data center to you with your powerful gaming PC, can rent out their unused GPU power. It's literally like an Airbnb for the world's supercomputers.
And this marketplace is powered by a really clever system. You don't get rewarded just for being online. It's based on a proof of contribution, meaning you get paid for actual work done. Cool virtualization tech allows one powerful GPU to be securely split up and shared by multiple people. A dynamic auction system makes sure the pricing is fair, and a mechanism called Stake and Slash keeps everyone honest. Just think of it like a security deposit. Providers have to stake their own tokens to play, and if they try to cheat the system, they lose that deposit. It's a powerful way to make sure everyone plays by the rules.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but it's not just code on a screen. Let's look at how this technology is already being used out in the real world. So check this out. In a groundbreaking pilot program in Hokkaido, Japan, Toyota is using Jasmy to manage data from self-driving cars. A traveler's route, what they buy, where they stay, all this sensitive data is locked up in their personal data locker. This gives them total control. They could choose to sell their anonymized travel data to, say, a tourism board, or get personalized offers, all on their own terms. And this quote just brilliantly shows the bigger vision. When the electronics giant Panasonic teamed up with Jasmy, they didn't just build another closed-off system. Nope, they're creating an open IoT platform. This means any developer can come in and build new apps on top of Jasmy's secure data layer, which could spark a whole new wave of innovation.
And what about scale? I mean, can this thing actually handle big numbers? Well, during the pandemic, a major company called Transcosmos had to figure out how to secure 21,000 remote workers. They used Jasmy's blockchain PC solution to distribute sensitive customer data securely to each worker, instead of putting it all in one central place, which would have been a massive security nightmare.
So with these real-world examples in mind, where is all this heading? Let's zoom out a bit and look at the grand vision for this whole ecosystem.
Now this is incredibly important to understand. Jasmy isn't just some private project off on its own, it is deeply plugged into Japan's national digital strategy. It lines up perfectly with Data Free Flow with Trust, which is a G7 initiative to set global standards for sharing data. It's also integrated with Japan's My Number Card, their national digital ID system, which just became available in the Apple Wallet. This stuff positions Jasmy as a piece of critical national infrastructure.
And if you look at their roadmap, it's clear they are not slowing down one bit. The Janction mainnet is launching soon, followed by real-world apps like My Resume, where your work history becomes a verifiable credential that you own. And by early 2026, they're shooting for full payment authorization in Japan and a massive scaling of the Janction network.
So this leaves us with one final thought. For years, we've been told that data is the new oil. Projects like Jasmy and Janction are forcing us to ask the most important question of all. If that's true, who should own the wells, them or you?